Okay, you guys, so I'm about to show you my home here, and this is my home, and I'm going to show you something that I bought myself for my birthday tomorrow. Yes, I know, it's small and crowded, and you're probably shocked. Well, first of all, let me show you the magnificent kitchen of mine. This is my stove. This is my refrigerator freezer. Yes, there is food in there and it's very frozen. This is my luxury bathroom. This is my office. And I had to cover, this is my electronics, my electricity. There is electricity in here. And I know the wiring's a mess. And but this is, I had to cover this because I forget where I was, and so this is my music gear. You're probably wondering, how the hell do you climb on top of your bed? That's my bed up there, and those are my two guitars, and my third one, the acoustic one. I bought myself a gift for my birthday tomorrow, and I'll show you right now. I bought myself, hold on here, this guy. It's the RANDALL, it's the 1-watt DiaVlo. I don't like the name. If I decide to keep the amp, I'm going to put something to cover this because I don't like the word DiaVlo. I just don't like to. I just don't like it. So that is the amp I bought. It was $200, and it is tubes, by the way. And I decided to buy that because, well, I do have some gear right here, but it's all on the laptop. And the problem with this is that with the laptop is that you have to set it up every time you want to play the guitar. You have to go through the interface, and then you have to, there's two reference monitors down there, and they take a lot of wattage. They're about 95 watts each. And so it's very time consuming to set it up, and the whole, and the whole shebang. It's very time consuming, and it's a pain in the butt, to tell you the truth. And I get tired of it. So I said, you know what? I said I got a refund. I got almost $400 refund for a battery that I bought, and I returned. It was a lithium ion battery that went down here, and this is a lead acid. It's not as powerful, but the other one I paid like almost $600, and it was doing a terrible job. So I got about $400 back, and I was shocked. And I said, what am I going to do with that money? I said, well, I just saved it. And lo and behold, I said, sorry if I'm fumbling. These videos are really hard to make, especially when you're trying to hurry up, and because you only got so much minutes, and I don't want to edit it. So what happened is that I got so frustrated because they told me they do have an apartment for me, by the way, from the housing department, that I pay 30% of my income. But the bastards tell me that I might not be able to move in there until July. I'm like, July? Like, good God, it's like, we might have a nuclear war by then, or the end of the world. Well, the end of the world might come. I said, what am I going to do in the meantime? I said, I'm tired of fiddling with my guitar, the computer over here and this and that. I said, I wish I could just wake up and hit the power on, plug in my guitar, and boom. None of this Mickey Mouse with the computer and set up the interface, open up a track, find a right plug-in guitar sound, and and then add a little this, and then a reverb, and then a compressor, and then you spend more time fiddling around trying to figure out what a good sound to get, you know, than playing your guitar. Not anymore. So I went to the storage and I yanked out one of my 212 cabinets. This is a cheapy one with vintage 30s. And I brought my 12-string Taylor, which I didn't want to bring, but oh well. And then there's these effects that I brought over here. One of them is, it's a parametric EQ. It's a parametric compressor EQ. And then I have my, whatchamacallit, my Hush Rocktron Hush 2C. And then I have another one, the effects. This guy, these are the effects. And it's a TC Electronic G Major. And so what I'm gonna do is set it up. This guy, the cabinet, is gonna go under here, okay? Either under here, well, the guitar, I'm not sure yet. Well, I found this at the storage, a trash can. I said I can use this to put the speaker cabinet on top because the wheel well is right underneath here. Otherwise, it would fit perfect flushed up against the wall. And I'll figure out where to put the guitars, but I wasn't wanting to buy an amp with high gain because I have that already in the storage. Oh, I brought some other thing. I brought the Synergy. I have the Synergy 1 module with the Bogner Ubershaw, and you can connect that to the Randall, so you can have 3 channels. I said, whoa. And so I said, you know what? I said, I need to keep busy, you know, to help my, you know, my depression and, you know, the loneliness, the anxiety. I need to fight that with everything I can, you know, until I can move into this apartment and then be more proactive, doing more things. I'm being proactive now by doing all this stuff. And today I'm going to focus just on setting up all of this gear, because I went to Home Depot and I bought all of these you know, drill bit, screws, special screws, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece of board I bought, and this is going to hold the rack. I'm going to build my own rack. In other words, it's going to go right there on the end. Can you see that? On the end where the 2 screws are, and to hold the units 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and here's a better angle. So see these 2 screws? Okay, it's gonna go like that right there, and this way, and then I'm either gonna mount it on top of here, have the units right here, and then the amp way up on top, or I can put it on this corner. This synthesizer is not doing a whole lot for me. It's the Minilog XD. And so what I'm going to try to figure out today is to put this speaker cabinet up against that wall over there. And so that's why I bought the drill bit, because the drill bit is going to drill a hole onto the frame of this bed. See? And I'm going to put like a strap, some kind of a strap to hold the cabinet, because I don't want this thing to tip over and smash up against my electronics, the electricity. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that today.